Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. I have, this will probably end up being a fairly lengthy haul video. And I should say that I always use the hashtags, Thrifty Canucks, because I'm Canadian, Thrifted Treasures, hosted by Dale, at Not Too Shabby Chic, and Thrifty Thursday, hosted by Sheree. Oh, and I should say Kim Newberg is the brains behind Thrifty Canucks. Now, these items will, I think, haul exclusively. I picked up during my recent retreat from 2 or 3 or 4 different sources. Now, I'm going to start with the biggest, bulkiest, well, maybe not biggest, but bulkiest and maybe least related to what we all do. I picked up these 2 plates. Number one, because they're so very cute. And this has almost got Ukrainian written all over it with garlic and beets. Like, hey, those are 2 of our staples. So I just thought they were really cute. They are, you know, sort of a snack size. Put those out of the way. This is probably a classroom type poster. So it's got, you know, some features, some of the, like there's Cinderella, there are those 3 bears, there's Red Riding Hood. Now I will do my best to flatten this out, but I thought, whoops, let's just pull out my handy dandy ruler. Yes, girls, I'm measuring stuff again. You know, almost 10 inches, and of course, however long. So these could easily be turned into journal covers because the height is pretty well right on. This, like, whoops. This is, I gather, the stuff that people buy who have Cricut machines. Now, I don't have one. I don't have any desire to to own one. I don't want to have to learn something new and buy something new. So that's the scenario there. However, this package was $1, which I imagine is a hell of a deal. And this is silver. So I'm thinking, why can't I peel this off its backing, since it's got some creases in it, and use it for other purposes? Oh, I should say that this paper, and I hope it's not too busy, it came, I paid, okay, let me tell you one thing. I managed to hit this store, Mission Thrift, on the one and only day of the year that everything in the store is 50% off. So if you see a tag like this, know that I paid half of that. So this was wrapped around these scented drawer liners, and I'm just trying here to flatten them out a bit. I buy these things every time they're well priced, because after I flatten them out, I turn them into signature pages. Let's go on to this. Okay, this says, well, somebody had priced it at $2.50. From Auntie Nellie, done in the 1960s, given to me from, I guess that's supposed to be Maxine, September 2012. I know the value of both the kits and the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into cross stitch and petty point. This frame is actually very nice as well. They didn't obviously fill the nail holes, but that's easy enough to fix. The frame is still in great condition. I think though, and I mean purple, so that would work for me if I chose to leave it as is. But if I wanted to take it apart, I have a reusable frame. $3. Honestly, that is criminal for the person who, for Aunt Nellie, who did all the work in the first place. Okay, this is a canvas, just, I paid $3 for this, unless I got it, I don't know, $3, perhaps less, 10%. So this is very much a mandala type project here. This is probably, 10 by 10. So easily, and I've done this in past videos, a person, I have removed canvases like this from stretcher bars in order to turn them into journal covers. So this would be perfect on a boho journal, of course. And then this one, I obviously paid whatever half of $6.25 is. Now this is an oak frame, for heaven's sakes. So 12, it's probably 12 by 16. And these colors work with what I have going on in the house. So I should take this off because of maybe sticker or glue residue. The frame is also in great shape. So it's acrylic on just a canvas board. Maybe could use a little tightening up or something more in this corner to hold it in place. But other than that, it is ready to use. And if I know anything about anything, those would be hibiscus flowers. And there, of course, is a little bird. So very cute. Oh, this is big and bulky. I like these portable hanging file holders simply because if I want to, say I've printed a bunch of digitals or have other things in file folders, this is a good way to bring them closer to where the action is. You know, I can have them on the floor beside me. And of course, it doesn't hurt that it's got all these lovely cardstock and one purple folder in there. So half of whatever that said, was that $2.50? So for $1.25, a no-brainer. I also picked this up. It's an over-the-shoulder, crossbody purse. It still has its original tag. This came from Las Vegas, and unfortunately, it says Las Vegas here. So it would have been $3 something. And the reason I bought it is because I thought that if I undid this lacing, well, you know what? Yeah, if I undid the lacing, would that not be the makings of a cute journal cover? Anyway, I will need to think about that some more. Oh, I should also get rid of this stuff beside me. In this one particular place, this is where the town I go for my physio. Their price on patterns was very attractive. Now, none of them are particularly old, but I sometimes use the tissue paper to wrap Etsy orders. So, you know, you can go through it that way. No date on there that I can see. The flap has seen better days. Oh, it cost 50 cents, so it's not very new, that's for sure. Anyway, these were 8 for $1, so I managed to pick 8. So I don't have to handle that again. Oh, I fell in love with the look of this. Now, I believe, okay, this is the kind of binding it's had. So it's just 3 eyelets and this string that kind of looks like baker's twine. So I'm assuming that the way to close it is just with a wrap, you know, tuck the string in there. But anyway, the reason I like this is because it has this fold-over flap. It is, I guess, a photo album with, you know, the lovely black handmade paper and the alternate sheets that are very tissue-like. So obviously there are a lot of possibilities here. And the fact that it is, you know, pristine and like it has never been used, obviously, and it is landscape format, makes me think that, whoopsie, I shouldn't have torn that corner off. Makes me think that this, you know, this could probably even be a great art journal, or turn it into a boho journal, because the cover certainly screams that to me. Okay, anybody needs some money? I thought this was just a kind of a novelty item. And it's big. It's really big. 3.5 by 8.5. So easy to fold in half and have a signature pages, or just, you know, something to stick into a pocket. I'll tackle this pile next. So these are CD sleeves. Looks like there are probably, includes 3 sets of 4 design. I can't believe there are 12 in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I thought these were really cute because they could be, they're built-in pockets. Half the, or 3/4 of the work is done. Now, how wide are they? 5 inches. So, you know, they can't be used in every journal, but they can certainly be used in many journals. This is a folder. "16 self-sealing notes." Okay, so it's got a score line there and there, and then you'd put a stamp on. So is that not cute? Imagine that stuck in a, like, sewn into a signature, glued after it's sewn in. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how many there are, but there are quite a few. And it's sort of a cardstock weight. $1 for those. Paid $1 for this. Day timer refill. So it's got those holes. Now, I have some day timer or day runner leather bound things, because I used to do that years ago. I use that as my tool, organizational tool. I think with that many holes, it's probably bound to fit other things as well. So anyway, and if not, then it's really nice narrow lined paper that would lend itself to dyeing. This is a pad of basically a shopping list type thing. So again, a signature page. These are some strips, page strips, I guess. And of course, they'd be the 12 by 12 size. I haven't even opened some of these things because I've just been too busy. So we can see, oh, see, these silver ones could be Christmas. Oh, there's one that looks like tickets. Oh, Carrie, look, fleur-de-lis. So anyway, I do have a drawer, you know, those multi-drawer things that Michaels sell, plastic drawers, the little round knobs. I have, I think, 2 of those. So I put things like this in there. I hope that you are all well. Finally, I'm doing some taping. It's a Sunday morning, and I'm taping in the morning as opposed to in the evening. And let's just cut this this open. This is another one of those pads, and usually when I see them, if the price is right, I will buy them because it's decorative paper that lends itself nicely to be added. You know, I wouldn't probably bind it into a thing. Well, it's got magnets at the back as well. But certainly it could be folded and tucked into a pocket, because anyone who's, you know, trying to stay a bit organized would probably value a few sheets of that just to keep their life in order. Now this is a 6x6, what do you call it, stencil. They're calling it a template, but I'm thinking that, oh, it's never been opened. Thinking that would have, you can't see it against there. What have we got here that could work? So that's beautiful. Who doesn't love an iris? So I was happy to get that. Oh, I might as well show you this. Typewriter paper. I usually grab this when I can, because it is, you know, it's kind of a nice weight. And I've coffee dyed this kind of stuff before, and it takes dye really nicely. Not quite sure what this is. So basically, oh, I guess it's grid paper. Oh, well, it's cute. So it's got place for mood boards, decor, photos, color schemes, and there's some grid paper at the back here, or towards the back, to do some furniture layouts. So again, these would be perfect size pages to use as signatures, 7 by 5, just staple bound, so easy, very easy to take apart. This came off a free rack nutrition plan, eating for power performance. Really glossy paper, but you know, there's some graphic type things. Free is one of my favorite prices, so I took it. And I mean, even if I just use this as a glue book, although some of those photos are really nice, you know, I'm money ahead. This, now I do have, oh no, sorry, I was confused momentarily. I'm not sure what I paid for this, but it's about paper ribbons, and you can just tell it's a plaid production. You can tell that it's old because, you know, paper ribbon sort of had its day. 1992. But there are some cute things that could be cut out and become journaling cards. Not very, well, yeah, I guess there are a few color placement things as well. And I do have paper twist ribbons, so, oh, I can use that. Let me rip that out right this minute, as well as that angel. What is this about? This is Santa. Oh, and carolers. I've got Christmas on the brain here. Okay, so that's good. Now this says 5 decorative handmade papers. However, there are more than 5 in here. I will save the cardboard, this heavier duty stuff, as well as this printed packaging. So mulberry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and of course several of these lend themselves to Christmas journals, so I'll just put that aside and work those into some of the projects I'm working on with those. And then gift wrap. I'm a sucker for gift wrap. So this is still in its package, and you can see it's lovely pink roses. One of these days I have to do something pink. Now this is tissue paper that is ivy, garland sort of. Oh, some silver and a piece of purple. This is still in its package and it looks more dated. $1.35, so I would think that's gotta be older. This one is probably wedding paper, but with that text going in all directions, that could also be great for collage and, you know, just for that scripty background that we love. I've been watching some of those American Girls. I hope you guys don't mind being called American Girls, but people like Carol and Carrie and Carla, who else, that are doing these sort of retro things. Look at this paper. Does this not scream 70s to you because of those colors, the oranges and the greens and the yellows, plus that whole soda shop or drive-through vibe that it has? Look at this. Is this not cute? When I finally get back to my Celebrating Women journals that are probably 3/4 of the way done, I just need to finish, this would be cute to add in there because there's a lot of fashion stuff happening. You can never have too many purses or girlfriends. My daughter and I subscribe to that school of thought, that you can never have too many purses. This one is lovely because it's a floral and it's got some text on it. Oh, here's another piece of that. This one is, I guess it's okay. I mean, it's got that background stripe, but it also has this that would be very easy to fussy cut around. And then this one, I think, you know, Ukrainian kids still gravitate to the blue and yellow. So that was that for wrapping paper. Again, like that's probably a lot to pay for that, but they assure me that it's full and it's matte photo papers. So one day I have to spend some time getting my papers in order. I have a paper sorter that is, you know, adjacent to my printer, but you know, I don't really have the slots labeled or anything. What should we do next? Here are some, let me just make sure I'm still recording. Yes. Here are some greeting cards. I have another version of these two little kids, so that is a good thing. Now this would have cost 25 cents. It's brand new and it looks like, well, it's book spines. Peter Pan, Wizard of Oz, and what is that? Black Beauty, probably. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Cards, eh? You know, because apparently Canadians say a lot. This too is sealed. Originally $9. Shuffle your way through Canadian geography, symbols, heritage, and other facts while enjoying your favorite card games. And these are coasters. So this would have cost 50 cents. Plus this cute little box. Now these are cork and they're rather thick. So I don't know if these would separate, or maybe I just have to use them. Or, you know what, something this thick could be part of a journal topper, because that's, you know, that's florally. That is vintage, so I think that obviously will not go to waste. Now, I can't afford to buy vintage spools, but I found 3 of these that are what? 3 3/4 tall for $1 each. Now it says, it must have been selling ribbon in the first place, I would think. Yeah, handcrafted in India, decorative ribbon, 10 yards. So I can't imagine why anyone would have gotten rid of these, but I would like to someday do one of those slow stitched things that get attached to a bobbin, because with that, number one, it's a manageable size, and number two, it would be so beautiful. So I grabbed those up in a hurry. I also have this, which is just a roll of fragile stickers. So you probably saw Angela's video where she was using those "Hello, my name is," those name badges, like when you go to a meeting or a conference or something. So that idea could be modified using something like this. Okay, I also got some stamps. Now these are awfully tiny. You can see how very small they are. Don't appear to have been used even. Oh, I guess some of them were, because they're, well, where's the label for them? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Teeny tiny tag. I thought it was cute because one of them said, oh, handcrafted. So sometimes that might be a nice thing to use. And it didn't cost very much, as I recall. No price on it, but okay, this would have cost half of 75 cents. Stamp and oh, I didn't realize there was a stencil. So there's a stencil attached to it. And again, these little things are, I think, really intended for planners. But let's face it, sometimes you want just a tiny little thing. Like, can you imagine stenciling these tiny little dots or stripes onto, you know, a tag or something where the proportions are all, you know, scaled down? So I thought that was cute. This would have been half of $2.75. Oh, I should do this gingerly, and then I'd have the tag as well. Anyway, I'll salvage that later. Oh. Did they use enough staples, do you suppose? Okay, what have we got here? So there is, where's that typing thing? There are these sort of border type stamps. No, in case you're wondering, these are real diamonds. These blingy stuff. Oh, and this would be good for Christmas too. A sequin kind of trim. Oh, elasticized. Hey, wouldn't that be good around a journal, like a closure? So yeah, definitely that was worth whatever I said. Half of $2.75. Now this is one of this. Oh no, I guess it isn't. I was going to say close to heart, but it looks like they're just using the box. So again, a lovely little border stamp, foliage type thing. Gratitude, happiness itself is a kind of gratitude. Poppy pod, half of $2.75. This one, I guess it's 6 1/2 dozen. Yeah, there's just see this. So these are mainly corner embellishments, but you know, this is the kind of stuff I like, these flourishy type things. So I'm sure that this is one that I will be using quite a bit. This one has a bird on it as well. This one, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So one is missing, the one that says for you, but who cares? I don't care about that. That's cute. It almost looks like a doily or a mandala, and a couple of label ones. So that's good. And then this paid 25 cents for. So I thought there was like that old-fashioned telephone. So this would be good for Christmas. Look at that alarm clock. That's cute. Some of these I don't care about, but that phone is nice. I don't know about that baby. But even if I just, you know, use these and donate these, still a steal of a deal. Okay, now what? Maybe let's do fabric. You are not going to believe some of this fabric I found. Again, if you thought that retro wrapping paper was cool, you are not going to believe. And I've said it before, monkey see, monkey do. This kid's going to be doing something retro soon. These, you know, obviously this is a small piece, and now that I'm doing this video, I'll be able to throw this in the wash. But isn't that gorgeous? And I'm sure, yeah, there'd definitely be enough here to make a journal cover. Plus have a bit for fabric flips or whatever. Look at this. Let me open it out. So it's about as wide as this stand-up desk. So anyway, I'll just move it around so that you can see. These very sexy roller skater girls, these muscle cars, the whole idea of car hop service, like a cheerleader. Is that not great? So there's enough here for a few journal covers. Oh, why am I folding it if I'm throwing it in the wash? Here's a bit of just a couple little scraps of Christmas, not paper, but fabric. So, oh, I wonder what's going to happen to the glittery part. Well, it must be washable. Then this lovely one, I love the richness, the saturated colors here. Cardinal, pine, the burgundy. I should actually muss this up a bit so it doesn't go through the wash without even unfolding. Here's another Christmas one. Again, we love script, so we love it on paper, we love it on fabric. I also love this one because of the intensity of the color. Again, the red that is verging on burgundy, the goldy background, and you know, whoops, you can see that this is quite a big piece. There's this little thing, it's almost like, oh, someone cut this out just to make a fabric flip or a pocket or something. Maybe I won't wash that little one because it'll get distorted. Then there's this. Now, it's not paisley, which is one of my favorite patterns in the whole world. There is a lot of it, but it definitely has that mandala vibe to it. It's got the turquoise background, which is lovely, and this could certainly find its way into a boho journal. This is just a cute little floral, very delicate and dainty. Are you braced? Are you sitting? are you braced for another piece of retro fabric? Look at this. There's the typewriter, the record player, the jukebox, the roller skates, the you know, 50s car, the word drive-through, a TV with a test pattern. What else might be on here? That Marilyn Monroe type dress, a poodle skirt, the I was going to say penny loafers, but I guess those are Oxfords. TV trays, like TV, what do you call these? What do you call those meals? Transistor radio. Like, does this not capture the whole thing? Cat eye glasses. TV dinner, that's what I'm sputtering about here. And then the last bit of fabric is this. Again, it's odds and ends, bits and pieces, but I really like this as well because of the this is a pattern piece. There's a notch for matching. A notch here. This must be the bodice or part of a bodice for a dress. But anyway, look at the turquoise and the stripy effect and the florals and the rose. Like, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, the next part will be a bit messy probably because it's a lot of little stuff. So this bag would have been half of 75 cents. And you can see it is just a bunch of fibers. And sometimes, frankly, that's all you need. You don't need a spool with, 10 yards on it. Because then you wonder, how will I ever use this? Okay, I'm in. Almost. Let's tape it too. Oh, some little rings. Those are a good size. So, I mean, I love pink and orange together. That to me screams boho. Here is, well, this is longer than eyelash. So I'm going to put, this is just all boho, people. Not stretchy, so there's some cord in turquoise and purple. This is really nice, and it doesn't seem, well, let me find an end before I say that. I was going to say it doesn't seem to be raveling. I'm going to put this with the Christmas stuff. Look at, I've never seen anything quite that narrow. Oh, here's another piece of that. Yeah, cool. Cool. Look at this. Look at that color. So I will, oh, and the purple. And the pink and this. And then this. I will, wrap this around some little cards just to make it easier to, keep it together. A thing of baker's twine. I don't think I have some of those colors. So that was 60 cents or so. Not wood chips, but chipboard type things. So this had been opened. But again, I kind of keep all of these things in one. Oh, and they even have the little raised, whatever. Oh, uncovered button. Oh, no, that just look, I don't know what that is. Oh, I guess these are fake buttons. Anyway, so I just keep all these sorts of things together in a few drawers. And if I can't afford the depth, then I would just separate this, remove that riser, re-glue the top layer down to the bottom one. So it's it can all get used very easily. Now this is obviously a partial package of napkins. And I've had this kind of stuff before where it almost, it almost feels more fabric-y than paper. But look at how nice that is. And it has a metallic sheen to it. Okay, it says paper napkin, made in Japan, 15 sheets. No, I'm not pretty sure there's not 15, but so there is clearly no, it's so fine and delicate, there are no bottom layers to remove. But again, really pretty. What is this? Just, okay, I won't bother opening it. It's 2 colors of piping, and every so often I use piping either to line, well, to edge the edge of a pocket, or I have sometimes sewn it between two, like, you know, if you fold a piece of paper in half, well, I don't want to tear it open, but you know that you put the flange part between whatever it is, like you hide that part and then you just have that little row of piping showing. And of course, who doesn't love burgundy? I don't know if everybody loves burgundy as much as I do. This is, I don't know what this would be. It's not really long enough to be a dress or scarf, but you can see it has a heck of a lot of cross stitch on it. It's got the 2 end designs, as well as this smaller thing midway, and a border around it. Let's just get a feel for, you know, if a person wanted to use this as a journal cover. Or, yeah, well, get that motif in there too. Then this bottom part could be turned up and then becomes a pocket on the inside. And how wide? 12, so probably 15 inches. So, you know, there would be side pockets as well. So that will have to be washed as well. That was $2. Where's the rest of that hook? Or price tag, I mean. And then this, this is pretty well it for linens. So this is linen. It's got a crocheted trim around it. And it's basically just, I don't know, like a satin stitch, I guess, around the perimeter of the design. And these little tiny, whatever they are. Oh, cut this tag off. This was $1. Okay, let's keep going. I like to grab these things when I see them. No price tag on it. Don't know what I paid for it. So basically, these are chipboard pages. And they're basically decorated. A person can just do a little bit of embellishment. And there you have a journal. A piece of baby yellow rickrack has fallen to the ground. This is, now I don't know if this is a bookmark. No, it says Tailor Form marker, made in Spain. So if you were, I don't know, but I just thought it was cute and it could be part of decoration in around my sewing machine. More chipboard, so it would have been half of $3.25, and there's some actual feathers in there. I don't know if this has been opened or not, but and there's some sequins in there as well. It looks like a fairy, or is it butterfly? I don't know. Anyway, the sort of things that we like to use. 50 cents for this bundle of papers. Oh, I shouldn't have. Well, again, what do they think people are going to do to get into these things? That the security is so tight. Oh, so this is a day runner refill. This is a day timer. So again, 3 unopened pads of refill papers. And if you, now who knows, is there a year on here? If you ever use this system, it is criminal what they charge for the initial setup, and then of course the refill pages. Half of 55 cents. Ugh. So there's some gold satin, some, is that, all dressed up. That looks like Halloween stuff. And a couple of other ribbons there. I thought this was really cool because these are kind of more my speed in terms of the patterns. So there are 4 pieces of that in there. Half of $4.25. This is a Bow Bunny ephemera kit. Original price $12. I guess there could be things missing, but I don't think I'll take the time to open it, but you can see that there are trims, charms, buttons, tickets, papers, that big flower. Oh, there's even a stamp in there. Maybe I should open it. And this paper could be reused, of course. Some metal things. Oh, this has a brad on it. Well, that's a good idea. We can do that ourselves. If we have silk flowers and want to create an interesting center, floral center, and have a way to attach it to a page that doesn't involve a lot of glue, that's a heck of an idea. Oh, there's a brad in there as well. Okay, let's see. So there is some paper, one-sided, a piece of old book page, some larger papers. This is cardstock weight. Smaller papers, sort of tag size. A playing card, some tickets, the flower. Who doesn't love an animal print? This kid sure does. Kind of a kid-looking die cut, I guess. Some blingy stuff. Look how cute that is. Some trim, some denim. Frayed denim. Now, is that button attached? I guess it is. Some other brads. Yeah, I'd say there are some pieces missing, but plenty here to justify the price. And then some stamps. I think those little man and woman would be good. Here's a button stuck in there. Yeah, deal. Deal. Sorry, I guess I do need to put this back in there just to avoid total chaos here on the desk because I've got quite a bit more to go. How are we doing for time? Maybe I should have... Whoa, we're almost at the 50-minute mark. I think I'm just gonna keep going and maybe speed up a bit. This is paper ribbon that has already been flattened out. I think during the 100-day I did a video on using this. So this pattern is, you know, florals. And I guess luckily, you know, some vertical, some horizontal. So that's really nice. This is, oh, these are all brads. Well, that's cool. So at the time I was grabbing these things up, if I thought it was a good brand and I thought I could use it, I took it. Okay, these are rub-ons, sort of travel, postal related. This is, maybe I should open this one. It's got, you know, obviously that card with some, oh, look at that, fibers, priced at $7.50. Embellishments for the fiber artist. So much for that bag. Okay, what are these? Oh, I guess they're just maybe die cuts. Die cuts. So a variety of black fibers. 2 meters of twinkle twinkle fiber. Scrapbooks, oh, from Calgary originally. Made in Italy. Huh. Near as I can tell, they don't make crap in Italy, so that's a good thing. Half of $1.25 for a bunch of cards. Some have eyelets in them. We've all seen cards. I'm not going to take time to do that. Half of $55. St. Basil's Cultural Center. So these are some bingo cards. Oh, 2 bingo cards. Really thick ones, though. Now these are Ray, and you can tell Jot is a brand that we see at Dollar Tree. Again, I said before, if they're too thick, too high, I just deconstruct them and flatten them out a bit. Writer's block. So these are little labels that are basically spots to journal with, die-cut shapes. Again, this is very much coordinated here, so can make that work. Panorama rub-ons. So again, sort of a postage stamp theme here. Oh, let's open this one just for the heck. Oh, $12.51 was the original price. This appears to be all held together. Isn't that clever? Oh, there's this little sleeve thing here. To kind of keep them together. So that's kind of a smart idea. And I'll put this back on probably just to keep it from flying open. And okay, let's speed things up here. Now these are really okay, dilutions, so Ranger brand, number 12 size, black journaling tags. So these are 5 1/8 by 10 1/2. So goodness knows where you put something that size. This is 4 1/8 by 8 1/2. This, same size, but, sort of ivory as opposed to cardstock. Another of the big monster-sized ones. Okay, it says use with dilutions, paint, ink sprays, mica sprays, and more for endless possibilities. Oh, so this is mixed media type material. Perfect surface to paint, ink, spray, mica spray, decorate, embellish, and alter. Tags have a smooth finish that accepts all types of mediums. Durable cardstock stands up to your favorite wet and dry techniques. Reinforcement helps resist tearing. So I think we're going to do a bit more art journaling, so those things will be perfect. This is graphic 45, large. It says tag albums. Tag albums. Oh, so it's got a ring and these eyelets. So it looks like it must be a weight that is heavy enough to use as an album. Yeah. Okay, index cards, and I think these are half of whatever you see there. A size or a brand that is heavier than those almost transparent ones that you can buy at the dollar store. Oh, I didn't realize those were blue. Anyway, who doesn't need index cards? A stamp, one of those self-inking stamps, says copy. I did try it in the store. I'll add that right now to my stamp. Never mind, I'll do it later. Okay, what is this? 50 cents. For paper. What does that say? Moleskin? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, and this has a perforation on it. Is this moleskin as well? Yes. No extra charge for the dirt. So, clearly, well worth 25 cents. Okay, guys, we're coming to the end. Canvas tags. Well, that's cool for a little more texture. Decorative paper clips. So those are nice. That kind of matches. If I can extricate it from its... So that clearly all goes together. What are these? Oh, decorative buttons. Metal stickers. Half of $3.75. That was probably pricey. Now these, okay, what is this? Serendipity scrapbook, felt. Oh, I thought they were loose, but it's a border. Look at, isn't that cool? One of those Pandora type things. Never get it back in the container. Oh, I paid $2 for this because, well, I don't need those knitting, what do you call them, stitch holders, because I don't know how to knit. Although I guess it could be decorative. I thought these that's probably stitch holder too. So 3 of those, a couple of, like a kilt pin, I guess would be called. Now these, of course, are I'm sure they're pretty well useless for actually cutting anything. Let me find something to cut. But wouldn't they be cute attached to a needle book? And it managed to cut through that, but certainly this is not in any way ergonomic for hands with arthritis. This I paid $2 for. Now these are split rings in a size that I think, you know, kind of sometimes you need something bigger. Half of 25 cents. Love this. And you know that's a color that I would appreciate. Whoops, now I'll never get this off. Oh, that was easy. $1.50 for this. I won't bother cutting it open, but you can see 2 of these are printed trims, and then grosgrain and twill. Okay, guys, we're almost there. We're almost there. A Vogart embroidery pattern. Another one. This one doesn't seem, well, I guess it has a few things in it. And some needles, because I only have 3 million so far. And more needles here. So beading needles, sharps. I thought this kind of packaging looked a little bit older. Anyway, I'm not going to fight with that. Oh, sorry, I almost missed one thing. I was using this basket to hold everything. I have never seen this kind of a thing before. It snaps closed, and this is an actual drawer, and it's got a handle on the side. So I guess if you were, I don't know, what do they call those things? Crop parties or whatever. So I ended up putting this paper in here because I bought a couple of packages of paper, but the drawer itself came with this hiking, camping stuff. And I mean, there's a variety of scraps, charms, tabs, stickers, that all came in it. And then this was the paper that I bought. So some electric guitars. I don't know why that guy's playing a guitar, but I suppose that's okay. Oh, and these are, well, borders that I guess a person could cut out. So this has to be fairly old because it's still showing cassettes and sort of boom boxes, ghetto blasters, whatever you call them. So that's cool. And we all can remember cassettes and how they'd unspool. This must have been used by somebody. Oh, and this, and somebody started coloring that in as well. Layout number 2. Oh, 09. Crop at Kristen's. Scraps, scraps, scraps. Look, there are some trees. Could have used those. Kind of stuff where you, oh, these are punch outs. The Cars family of vehicles. These are stickers. These are stickers. So this person, probably they donated all, oh yeah, it was all in the same place. It's obviously like green and yellow quite a bit. But this other size that is sort of graph paper, really cool. And then this final one is, no, not this one. This one is a laser cut doily. So that would make an interesting thing as well. Anyway, I'm stopping there because I'm out of stuff to show you. Isn't that finally, I'm finally done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this massive haul. I can now do some laundry. I can put away some papers. I can then spend forever trying to upload such a long video. But clearly you will be seeing these things reappear in upcoming projects, upcoming videos. So again, check out the hashtags if you want to see more thrifting videos. And certainly I know that I love watching thrifting videos, and I know so many other people do too. Sometimes we watch with a twinge of envy, and sometimes we watch just to remind ourselves that we are not alone in this craziness. Anyway, thanks, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.